So I've been collecting a lot of ideas over the last few days again and throwing it into my spiritual salad bowl to mix things together and see if they inspire some new ideas or new perspectives. And one of the things that I've thrown in there is Eckhart Tolle's idea that I mentioned the other day, that we're not born into this world as if we're something separate from it, but that we are born from this world, that we share its nature. Which is that universal nature, that idea of divinity. And then Thakur's statement that the highest realization is to see God in all things, to see the divinity in all things. And mixing that together with Mother's teachings, again, that we mentioned yesterday, about having that respect, that reverence for the sacred nature of living and being. And then I wanted to throw in some of these ideas of renunciation, of surrender. We talk so many times about those things. What is renunciation? Renunciation is putting aside the things that are unreal, putting aside the things that are not of your nature and that won't serve you well in the long run. Once you've determined that through discernment, you drop it, you put it down, you make a decision to walk away and to find your strength to do that, to stop this locomotive of habit that we pick up when we get involved in pleasant things that aren't necessarily helpful for us in the long run. But to walk through the woods and to have the experience of not focusing on what to do or what to change or where to go, but simply becoming fully aware of how nature is when nature is together. That harmony of all of the things accepting in peace their limitations, the way the cypress trees on the coast grow at that severe angle from which the wind has blown them over years of blustering storms on the coast, and how you see that harmony, their total submission to that duration of wind on the coast. And to see, the way that vines intertwine and the way that trees, push up through places for light. And you begin to get a different understanding of this coexistence with the beloved, this walk with the beloved, this conversation with the beloved. By turning life into that awareness, into remembering at every moment that you are one with all of this. And that your surrender is really an act of harmony. Your renunciation is really an act of growth, of strengthening, of being true to yourself, being authentic. That right living is about living in harmony with your nature, the things that truly give you bliss, that truly give you joy and happiness, the things that don't leave a karmic residue of negativity that's going to have to be dealt with in the future. And it puts a much more, shall we say, natural flow to these religious or spiritual practices that quite often are presented as if they're forcing something out of its tracks, or forcing a direction, or forcing something that seems unpleasant. But it's not. Walk in the woods. Watch the way your beloved knits everything so peacefully and harmoniously together, and see the common effect of all of it together. How that you get that sense of perfect peace walking through an old redwood forest. You get that sense of stillness and mystery walking through an oak grove. You get that wonderful sense of expansive infinity walking on a beach. You get to see the wonderful harmony and transcendence of the crashing of waves on the rocks at the beach. And you can see that a life of surrender and harmony, of renunciation, always leads to something beautiful.